Good morning, students. I am Harshada More. Welcome you all in the second video lecture for the subject labor legislation, Unit 2. We have already started Unit 2 in the last class where we have discussed we are going to study different acts which are related to compensation and welfare. So in yesterday's class, we have done a first act, that is Employee State Insurance Act. We have already done, that is 1948, and we have studied different aspects of that particular act. In today's class, we'll be discussing about the next act. So next act is the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. This particular act is applicable to all the factories. It also applicable to every establishments where there are 20 or more employees who are working at that particular establishment for that particular accounting year. So what does it establishment includes? So establishment means what? So establishment or undertakings branches, establishment includes different branches, different undertakings of particular organization. So so this includes particular branches, undertakings of our organization that can be located in the same place or it can be in a different locations. So all the branches, undertakings will comes under establishment. Next is next is, but if they are, see if they are, but these two different these two if there are two different branches, they'll be treated as one establishment. But if those two undertakings are preparing their balance sheet, their final accounts separately, then that particular two entities will be treated as a separate establishments. However, the people who are belongs to particular this category, that is LIC, universities, educational institutions, hospital, chamber of commerce, RBI, IFCI, UTI, social welfare, they won't get any kind of a bonus. Okay. So next is the employees and the bonus is on the basis on what basis an organization is paying bonus to their employees. It is on the basis of profits that an organization earns, or it is based on if there is any increase in the productivity, then the organization is ready to share their profit in the form of bonus. So next is, what is the eligibility of this particular bonus? Employees, all the employees who are getting a salary or a wages up to 10,000 per month, that can be a skilled one, unskilled one employees, they will get bonus for every accounting year. But they should at least work for 30 working days in that particular accounting year. So what is it? Salary. What is salary? Salary is, it can be any compensation, remuneration an employee gets for the work they have done. So salary includes different parts, such as it includes any allowances which are related to their work. It can be included any house rent allowances, supply of light, water, medical allowances. It includes traveling allowances, bonus, contribution from the employer in the form of provident fund. It includes gratuity. So these are the parts which includes in a salary. Next is next we have computation of number of working days. So computation of number of working days, what does it what are the days to be considered in that while computing while computing bonus? So there are, first is number of days they have worked in organization for that particular accounting period, number of days they have took leaves, number of days they were absent, they were absent due to their disability, that can be arise due to any accident at the workplace or during their employment. And it also includes a number of leaves for maternity, during maternity period for every woman. So these are the days to be included while calculating the this particular bonus. What are the disqualification for bonus? What are the things those are considered as a disqualification for bonus? So it includes, first of all, he or she, if organization dismissed someone from the organization due to any mishappenings or any misconduct by that particular employee. It can be due to fraud. It also, disqualification can be due to violent behavior at the organization. It can be due to theft. It can be because of misappropriation at the workplace. So these are the disqualification for getting a bonus by an employee. Next is deduction of certain amount from bonus payable under the act. So suppose if any organization is earning lot of profit, they are ready to share their profit in the form of bonus to their employees. But what if the organization is suffering from loss? What will happen? So if the organization is suffering from loss, has a right employer has a right to deduct that particular loss amount from the bonus what they are giving to them. But this particular deduction will be only limited to the year where the organization is suffering from loss. Next is minimum and maximum bonus payable. So minimum and maximum bonus payable, the minimum bonus which an employer is required to pay even if he suffers losses during the accounting year, or this is no allocable surplus, is 8.33% of the salary during the accounting year, or rupees 100 in case of employees above 15 years and rupees 60 in a case of employees below 15 years, whichever is higher. Next is minimum bonus. So minimum, when it comes to minimum bonus, so it can be, it may, when it comes to minimum, that is as per this act, and when it comes to maximum, it can be 20% of the salary or wages that employee is getting. But that employee should be at least work for a year continuous, he should work. Then what is the time limit for giving this particular bonus? In what is the period to give this particular bonus? So it should be within 8 months from the close of accounting year. So most probably accounting year gets closed on March 31st. So before that, within 88 months, we should announce the bonus to the employees. Next is calculation of bonus. How the bonus is calculated? So it will be calculated as, first of all, there will be a gross profit earned by the organization, and from that gross profit we should deduct depreciation admissible under section 32 of Income Tax Act, and we have to deduct the development allowances which are required by the organization. After deduction of that, whatever amount is remains, that particular amount will be distributed as a bonus to each employee who is working at the organization. So duties of an employer, what are the duties to calculate, the employer's duties to calculate the bonus and pay the same to the employees under this particular act. And next is to submit an annual return of bonus paid to employees during the year in the form D to the inspector within 30 days of expiry of the time limit specified for the payment of bonus. Next is to cooperate with inspector, produce before him the register, records maintained, and such other information as may be required by them. So these are the duties: to pay the bonus, to calculate the bonus, to maintain records of payment of bonus and submit it to the inspector, and to cooperate with the inspector to produce before, and they have to produce the records for the whatever he have prepared. What are the different rights of employer? So employer has a right to forfeit the bonus in the case of any fraud, rudeness, violent behavior, theft, misappropriation, or any mishappenings which is happening at the organization. Forfeit in the sense cancellation of the bonus. Forfeit means cancellation of bonus. Next is right to make permissible deduction from the bonus payable to employees, such as festival, interim bonus paid, and financial loss caused by the misconduct of the employee. So as I have already told you that if organization is facing any kinds of losses, they are suffering from losses, they may deduct certain amount from the bonus of the employees. and they right to refer any dispute relating to application or interpretation of any provisions of the act to the labor court or the labor tribunal. So last is, what are the different offenses and penalties for contravention of provisions of the act or rules? The penalty is imprisonment up to 6 months, fine up to 1000, or both it can be. So if any employee is involved in any kind of a misconduct, then this kind of a punishment they may get. And for failure to comply with the direction or requisitions made, the penalty is imprisonment up to 6 months and fine up to 1000, or both. Again, they will be announcing this particular um, penalties. So this is all about this act. We have discussed various important aspects of the act, the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. So you people are having different acts to study in this specialization. So try to just remember the important points from each act and learn to write it down as per the sections, as per the name of the act, year of the act. You should refer. So this is what all about today's class, where we have discussed important aspects which are related to the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. So next aspect I'll be covering in the next class. I hope you are understanding. If any difficulties you are facing while understanding these concepts, you are free to ask your doubts. Thank you.